The Green Mile is a 1999 prison drama directed by Frank Darabont. It stars Tom Hanks, Michael Duncan, Sam Rockwell, and a host of others. When a large man with a timid disposition named John Coffey is placed on death row, prison warden Paul Edgecombe discovers there's more to this inmate than meets the eye. Directed by the man who also directed The Shawshank Redemption, this film is a slow burn in a similar vein to its predecessor. With a duration of 3 hours, it's emotionally draining with a cathartic ending. Featuring amazing acting performances, stellar practical effects and animal training, and a timeless tale, The Green Mile is easily one of the greatest films I've ever seen, and I'd love to do a separate video going more in depth with this movie sometime in the future. I give it a 9 out of 10. Toy Story is a 1994 animated motion picture from Pixar Studios. It also stars Tom Hanks, as well as Tim Allen, as the iconic duo of Woody the Cowboy and Buzz Lightyear the Space Ranger. When Woody's owner Andy has a birthday party, all of his toys are on edge. They're scared to be replaced, cast aside as yard sale fodder. This seems to be the case for Woody the Cowboy. Once Andy's favorite toy, he's put aside in favor of the shiny new Buzz Lightyear, an astronautical warrior who is unaware of the fact that he is simply a toy. Hijinks ensue as Woody does his best to convince his newfound nemesis that he is nothing more than a toy, but that maybe, just maybe, that's okay. This was the first computer-animated feature-length motion picture to ever be put to the silver screen, and the work that was put into this film still holds up for its age. What followed this film was a series of sequels and spin-offs which peaked in quality with Toy Story 3, and has been on a downward spiral ever since. We can only hope that Disney finally learns to leave well enough alone, and allow Toy Story to be laid to rest after their recently announced Toy Story 5 is finally released. But let's be real, this is Disney we're talking about. Nothing's ever really gone when it's owned by the rat. I give this film a 7 out of 10. Revisiting the classic Pixar films invokes a sense of disappointment when I watch them nowadays. Disney and Pixar were once considered the standard for creating insightful, family-friendly media. I never thought I'd live to see the day where they were knocked off that pedestal, but 2022 proved me pleasantly wrong with... The Last Wish is the first film to take place in the Shrek franchise in over 11 years. While it was initially easy to write this film off as nothing more than a petty cash grab from DreamWorks Animation, many were blown away by its insightful and surprisingly mature approach to covering the matter of life and death. After Puss in Boots discovers that he is down to the last of his 9 lives, he goes on one last heist to find the Wishing Star, a magical star which is capable of granting one wish. It's a race against time as he works together with new and old allies alike to obtain the Wishing Star and get his 9 lives back again. When you go back and watch the first Shrek film in comparison to this latest entry, the difference in quality of animation is incredible. What started out as grimy-looking, dull-colored CGI animation has abruptly evolved into highly stylized, vibrant, beautiful 3D animation, reminiscent of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. To take a look at these two films side by side and realize that they are from opposite ends of the same storyline is unbelievable. Both are amazing in their own right, but Puss in Boots seems to have set a new standard for animation in both art and story. Puss recently lost to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio at the 2023 Oscar Awards, but this is a fair and balanced loss, as both films are beautiful and, in my opinion, are equally deserving of the award. I want to go back and review Pinocchio in depth later, but for now I give Puss in Boots a 10 out of 10. I promise I'm not a furry. These are just a few of the films I've watched recently, and I wanted to talk about them as I get back into the swing of making videos for the Movie Force channel once again. I'd highly recommend checking out any of these movies legally. Links to them will be in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.